I am with the omniscient Troy du Moulin, Pink Elephant. We're here at the conference. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Barclay. So glad to see you.
It's great to be here. Just quick couple of thoughts from you on, we've been through this 2.5 years of difficulty and lots of changes that have come in that. It's forced change. It's made change happen in ways that we've been trying for years to do. What's the opportunity in terms of going forward, resetting from here, that you could observe in terms of how we might change further and get some of the value back that we've been looking for years?
Well, one comes to mind actually, Barclay. You know how we've been talking about moving from a technology mindset to a service outcome-based mindset?
Yeah.
Service dominant logic in the ITIL 4 model, right? Where what I see as a possibility and an opportunity is that as we move to digital cloud-based offerings, software as a service is something that we are understanding now more. We have an outcome called, client relationship management or enterprise resource planning or even service management, which is being enabled by total end-to-end system solutions, products. And so organizations are finally gaining an understanding what is a service and what is a system and what is the difference between those two things and an individual component like a configuration item like an app or a database or a network. So while it's been so difficult to kind of get that mindset to service outcome thinking, service dominant logic, I believe that the digital cloud kind of movement is actually endorsing and not just, being in that segment, but is getting people to think about now this whole concept of services and service catalogs.
So they can see the value of that just by having been forced to do a lot more of it in the last couple of years.
We'll put it this way, if you want to build a automated provisioning and orchestration process, you need a service catalog on the front end of that saying, here are my service offerings, here's my small, medium, and large virtual machine offering in my compute service offering, push the button and buy me now. I mean, you need a catalog to do that.
And what would you say would be a couple of really good bits of advice on how to do catalog? I mean, it's a big topic, I know, but what are people needing to learn more or gain more knowledge of to get catalog working properly?
Okay, so the difference between a service and a product is something you do have to understand. A couple of rules of thumb, right? When you talk about outcome service, you want to make sure that your service name is agnostic to a specific technology or even a specific supplier, because both the technology we use and or the supplier, they are transient, but the outcome, enterprise resource management, collaboration, CRM, that's more constant, not that it's not without change. So the product is the technology when we're down one level and we can have multiple products support a service outcome. So rule of thumb, when you name your service name convention, make sure it's agnostic to technology and or specific supplier, because those are transient over time.
That's really interesting. I mean, that's very practical as well, because a lot of people do get into that, what is a product, what is a service, health cycle, and doesn't get them anywhere. Where does the CMDB concept fit into this?
Well, CMDB, and there's a lot what ITIL 4 tries to get into, is trying to take a systemic mindset. And so the challenge most organizations have had is they haven't been able to move from this component or domain or class perspective to the more systems view.
Yeah.
But as we're talking about, as organizations begin to think as SaaS, as systems, if the application is only one component of that system, you're now starting this mindset of systems thinking orientation. And so I believe this is going to create finally the cultural ability to actually use a CMDB other than as an inventory or asset registry.
Wow, that's great. So the cloud movement and what's happened and what's driven us and what's driving us actually will work towards enabling that.
Let's lean into it, because it's language we want to talk about. Digital Foundry.
Well, we talk about leaning in a lot. That's brilliant. Troy, thank you very much.
My pleasure.